Amanda, his personal assistant, had spent a precious half-hour that very afternoon reorganizing papers he had thrust off his desk as he reached for his phone. "It's all right. Of course you're distracted," Amanda had said in her faux maternal voice. "I understand." He had nodded, resenting her kindness, indignant at her words. How could she understand his grief, his loss? She was childless. By choice, she had told him. Neither she nor her husband had ever wanted children. It was a confidence offered in the aftermath of an office Christmas party, probably to counter his uncharacteristic and perhaps boring boasts of his children's achievements: Brad's engagement and admission to law school, Melanie's induction into the middle school honor society. But, of course, that party, those foolish exchanges with Amanda, had been before. His life now was reduced to those two disparate eras, before and after, with an occasional since. He sighed, unbuttoned the top button of his white shirt, and removed his tie, twisting it through his fingers. It was of a soft gray weave, a long-ago gift from Judith, chosen, she had said, because it matched his eyes. A birthday present? An anniversary gift? The question nagged stupidly, irrelevantly. Judith would remember, of course. Her gifts to him were always selected with great care and given with shy pride. Now and again she would hand him a wrapped package containing a shirt of a particular softness or a sweater of a gray-blue color, purchased, she might explain, for no reason at all, but simply because she loved him. Perhaps the tie had been one of those impulse gifts. But he would not ask her. He had to be very careful. He would speak only the words he had rehearsed so carefully. She began to clear the table, and he coughed softly. "I think it might be time to think about doing something about her bedroom," he said, and folded and unfolded his napkin, staring straight ahead. "Her bedroom?" Judith asked. "Her bedroom," she repeated, her voice flat. She looked down at the plate in her hands that held half the lamb chop she had struggled to eat. The fat was clumped into a pale bubble. Shreds of meat adhered raggedly to the bone. She waited, willing him to say their daughter's name aloud, and knowing that he would not. He refrained from uttering it, she supposed, fearful that the syllables would congeal in his throat and choke him until he could no longer breathe. His emotional cowardice angered her. Melanie's room. Say Melanie. That mental command, unuttered, unheard, was her silent, unshared mantra. Melanie, Melanie. She had a name. Our daughter had a name. Say it. He moved his water glass, shook the napkin out, and placed it on the table. "If we cleared the room out, we could use it as a den. Maybe a guest room," he continued. "I could use it as a home office." "We have a den. We have a guest room." She carried the plate into the kitchen and scraped it, taking a dull satisfaction in the soft thud the bone made when it fell into the newly installed garbage bag. "A home office, actually. I'll need room for my files, my computer, if I'm going to work more hours from home," he called after her as he played with the cutlery, arranging and rearranging his knife, fork, and spoon in odd sequences. A stainless steel triangle, a stainless steel square, the utensils gleaming against the red tablecloth. It was a boyish habit which she had once found endearing, but now unnerved her. The clink of metal against metal grated, and she moved too swiftly from the kitchen to the dining room. She swept the offending silverware away, thrust it into the dishwasher, and returned to sit beside him. And